things just took a major turn in Montreal after a dominating bounce-back win in Game 3. This Montreal Canadiens team looks terrifying. Plus, we have a surprise injury that nobody thought would happen. We're going to break it all down for you guys coming up on this episode of Hattrick HQ. But before we get into it, we got to say we're about 500 subscribers away from hitting our goal of 14,000 before the end of round 1. So if you're a big NHL fan, you want to stay up on the latest news around the league, or if you're a big Montreal fan, you want to keep up on the latest on the Habs, make sure you're down below and hit that subscribe button. But as we all know, the Montreal Canadiens had a very dominating game last night, winning 6-3 against the Washington Capitals in their first home game of this playoffs. And was that barn rocking? Boy, the Bell Center was electric last night. The Logan Thompson chats were loud and proud and really got into this guy's head before ultimately he went out with injury, unfortunately. We'll get to that in just quite a bit. But this team looked amazing last night. It is what all of us Montreal Canadiens fans expected from this team and knew that this team had in them. It's just they needed to get those first couple of game playoff jitters out of them, and we've really seen them come back and just dominating possession in this game and just look like the better team in this series, and there's no doubt about that. That's what they did last night. I mean, we take a look at the game score here for the Montreal Canadiens on their side. Obviously, big names up there. Juraj Slafkovsky having a great game last night, scoring a great goal from a feed, I believe it was from Caufield there. Really getting his first NHL playoff goal, which was great to see. And I think this guy has always been around it this series. And I know there's a lot of people out there that, dislike Juraj Slafkovsky, but I don't agree with that. I think this guy is a great player, and I think seeing what he's done in this series by just using his big body in front of the net and scoring, obviously, last night was big for him, and it was great to see him finally get one in there and get his first playoff goal. And obviously, guys like Caufield, Hutson, these guys were amazing last night. I mean, if we just take a look at the box score, Cole Caufield had a new career high with 11 shots on goal last night. Obviously, with Patrik Laine out of the lineup, dealing with an upper body injury, somebody had to shoot the puck, and obviously, it was Cole Caufield having 11 shots on goal, ultimately scoring one goal in this game, a beauty at that. So it was great to see him shooting the puck, and just any opportunity he had to get it on net, he was doing that, and I like that. I like when players shoot the puck, because obviously there's times where the Montreal Canadiens get lost in the cycle of cycling it, finding the open man for the one-timer, but there's times we've seen last night, a puck on net, a scramble in front, it goes in. I think shooting the puck in the playoffs, especially in the playoffs, is definitely a big thing, and that's what we seen with Montreal last night. They dominated the shots on goal, and it was just great to see. And obviously, the power play last night, they got a lot of chances on the power play with Laine out. Demidov, the new guy, the young guy, stepped up on that power play unit, and yes, he does look like a young guy who's experiencing his first NHL action. There is times where he's throwing the puck out of the zone, but this is just growing pains. He is such a skilled player. We've seen it in these last couple of games where there's just a quick move there and a quick move here that just throws defenders through a loop, and obviously he can pass the puck with the best of them. He is going to be a great player for the future of this, and I really did like the look of this power play unit last night with Demidov on it. I think they were moving the puck around a lot more. Hutson to Demidov, back to Hutson over the Caufield for the one-timer. It was great cycling last night by these guys, and when you have two great passers like Demidov and Hutson, you're going to be able to find these open areas a lot more, and that's what I liked about it, about this power play more than I liked about it with Laine, because Laine is a guy like Ovechkin. He's going to set up in his spot, and that's where he is. But when you get into blend a guy like Demidov, he can pass the puck, Hutson can pass the puck, so can Suzuki, and so can Caufield. So these guys can find each other when they find an open cut to the net, and that's why this power play unit looked great last night. And I think if this is the first time we're seeing this in NHL action. Obviously, he wasn't on the first power play unit when he came in the last couple of games of the regular season, and I think out of maybe just having one practice on this power play unit looked good, and I think once they get some more chemistry, this is going to be lethal throughout the rest of the series. And that was just one big point I did want to put out there last night. And just moving on here, like I said, there was a big surprise injury last night. Samuel Montembeault going down with an injury. Looked looked like on the Sportsnet camera feed in the net, he slid left and then held the back of his hamstring, looking like he had something wrong there with his left leg. That did ultimately leave him, let him leave the game, and Jakub Dobes came in and stole the game here, and well, not really stole the game, but came in and shut it down and got them this win and got him his first ever career playoff win, and he looked good in it. He came out, he was playing the puck, and I thought he looked good in his first couple actions. That goal that he let in, not many goalkeepers are going to stop that. Plus, it was early on in his relief where he wasn't getting a lot of shots. He only ended the night with 8 shots. So I think he looked good. It was great to see him get this first playoff win. And dare I say, a little Yaroslav Halak-esque. I don't want to jinx it. I'm going to knock on some wood here because obviously I said that before the game yesterday. I think Jakub Dobes is a great goaltender. We've seen him beat top teams early on in his career. When he came up, he was beating Colorado. He was beating Carolina. He was beating Florida. He was playing good against all these top teams, so it is great to have him back there, and I think he's a great goaltender. We just look at his stats on the season. I mean, he had a .909 in just 16 starts with 7 wins and a shutout. He looked good, and early on in his when he was called up, I mean, he was having he had like a .941 save percentage from 5 games at one point. We know how good he is. Is he quite the caliber of Sam Montembeault? No, but he is a great backup option, and I think if Samuel Montembeault is going to be held out of this series, Jakub Dobes is not going to be, a guy we're worried about. I think he's going to be solid back there. We've seen how excited he was last night after that win. He was all smiles on his face, and it was just great to see him come in, get his first playoff win. It's just so great for that young guy. I think he's going to be a tremendous goaltender for the future of this team, and I think if we are in a situation where Montembeault isn't ready to go for Game 4, I don't think we have any worries about putting Jakub Dobes in net. I think he's a good goaltender. Will we rather have Montembeault in there? Yeah, no doubt. This guy has kept us in this series all series long. These first couple of games in Washington could easily have been blowouts without him in net. So I hope he gets better. I hope it's nothing serious and that we do see him in Game 4. Nothing has been released about him as I'm recording this video, so as that stuff comes out, we'll keep you guys updated. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. What do you think about Jakub Dobes? Do you think he's a good replacement for Montembeault? Do you think we're fine with him? Let us know down below. But before we move on, I just wanted to share with you guys this picture of Montembeault and Dobes having a great embrace last night after him getting his win. The big hugs all around. Montembeault, big smile on his face for this guy. High-fiving all the guys after the win. So he was in good spirits, but we hope he can get back and play some action. But we got to move on because last time I did a video, I talked about the physicality and how maybe bringing a guy like Arber in would help this team, and he came in last night and looked great. I mean, if we just take a look at what the captain, Nick Suzuki, had to say about his game, he said, I thought he was great all night, just told him to go out there and do your thing. He's a presence out there. He did his job tonight. He played a really valuable role in the win, and I definitely have to agree with the captain here, Nick Suzuki. I think that he did have a great role on this team last night as we let the highlights roll out. I think seeing this guy just come in, have that physical edge, finishing his checks on the boards and just being able to beat up on guys and pick up for guys when they were getting hit, I think that added definitely an extra edge into this. There was times where we did see him turn over the puck. You got to put that out there, but I think for the most part, Arber had a great game, and he played his game. We were not expecting him to go out there and make some crazy plays or anything. We're expecting him to go out there, lay the body, be a presence, and just protect the guys, and that's what he did last night. He's the sheriff, and he definitely protected the ice last night. I think having him out there, especially at home when finishing those hits, just electrifies the building. Definitely added some momentum for this team as well. So I really do hope we get to see Wi-Fi back in the lineup for Game 4 because I think he had a great performance. Another guy who has been surprising me here too has been Josh Anderson. This is a guy who, me personally, I have been critical on in his Montreal Canadiens career, but I think since this playoff started, I have really bought in on Josh Anderson and who he is as a player. I think last night, obviously, having that bench brawl with Tom Wilson, as you see on your screen, which was awesome, one of the best things I've seen while watching a hockey game, just showed how much this means to him and how much hurt and passion he has for wearing the red, white, and blue for the Montreal Canadiens. I think we've seen him last night. He was finishing every check, and the building was erupting every time he was. He was adding that physical edge that we did need, and something that I did talk about with maybe bringing Pezzetta in. I don't think we need that anymore. I think bringing Xheaj in was enough, and Josh Anderson just picking it up and stepping it up physically was good, but it's not just his physical game that has impressed me. We've seen him last night make some great open zone moves, cutting in through the middle of the ice, one hand on the stick, one hand on the puck, and just been able to control the puck more. One thing I've been critical on of him in the past is I call him stone hands at times because he doesn't really know what to do with the puck, but I think something in this guy this season has just changed, and a flip has switched, and he's been able to unlock something, and it's just great to see because I think Anderson is a very good third liner, even second liner he could be. I think this third line of Gallagher, Dvorak, and Anderson has been amazing, and I think him just creating so many scoring chances by cutting into the zone while the team's changing and getting in on an open break one-on-one with the defender and just shooting the puck. I think he has been great at that, and I think if he can continue to do this throughout the series, I know he has 1 assist or 3 games, I think we could see him start putting some goals in the back of that in the next couple ones, but it is definitely an exciting time to be a Montreal Canadiens fan. We're only down 1 game now. If we can get the second win on home ice on Sunday, we tie this series up and just even again, so I really hope that we get to see this team we seen last night because they looked scary. They were dominating the best team in the East, and it was so great to see. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. What are you doing if you're the Montreal Canadiens? Are you making any changes? Let me know down below in the comment section. What do you think about Jakub Dobes as well? I'd love to hear from you guys. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we're on the road for 14,000 here. And if you want to check out a video we did the other day, it'll be popping up on your screen right now. But as always, I've been your host, KC. Keep your stick on the ice.